Something that's come up quite a few times in the comments of my River video is the status of the new Warrior Code, and specifically the idea that the deputy having to mentor an apprentice has been removed. This isn't terribly important, but after seeing the sheer amount of comments who honestly believed that it was removed, I figured I would at least clear it up. So, obviously, this isn't the case. Deputies still need to have mentored an apprentice to be made deputy. In the last book of the Broken Code, A Light in the Mist, the Cats rightfully did away with the rule the leader's word is law. To reflect that, the Warrior Cats website put up an article about the revised Warrior Code, but accidentally only listed 13 rules of it, not only excluding the one about the leader's word being law, but also accidentally excluding the one about apprentices for deputies. And I don't really expect anyone to be, constantly checking the Warrior Cats website to see if they've changed an old article they've put out or anything like that, so I don't blame anybody who read over this article and thought, there's only 13 rules now. I wonder why deputies can't have apprentices. Or don't need apprentices. But either way, somebody noticed that they had done this and have since re-added that rule and also rules that they've, since come up with in the books themselves. They added a note on the article that reads, "We previously forgot to add the rule about deputies being required to have trained one apprentice, so we have updated the article to add that rule back into the code. We have also updated the code to add 2 new laws decided upon our newest release, River." So, it was just a mistake. But additionally, if they were going to change this rule in particular, I really do believe that they would do so in the books and not just randomly canonize it through a Warrior Cats website article anyways. While the deputy must train an apprentice rule is pushed significantly farther down in the list, I don't think there's any reason for us to disregard it when talking about who could be made deputy or leader of a clan. Something interesting, though, that I hadn't previously thought about before I decided that I was going to make this clarification video on the subject of the code changes is that while forbidden romance was the reason for the rule being created and has been the reason for all of the clan moving in the recent books, the new code about it, now numbered 11, doesn't specify those romantic conditions and also says that it applies to medicine cats. So this means, obviously, that a warrior like the hypothetical Pike Paw from some old video that I had, who really wants to be in another clan, can just go, hey, I've always felt like I should be a River Clan cat, I can go be a River Clan cat. Assuming whoever is in charge of River Clan at the time would, not give him some impossible task, which I think is a very, very funny concept. Like, I want to go to River Clan. Okay, hold your breath for 13 minutes. But, yeah, you can tell that I just immediately went off the script to start talking about hypothetical Pike Paw. Anyways. But the idea that they included medicine cats specifically definitely implies that platonic reasons for changing clans, or, reasons for changing clans that have nothing to do with forbidden romance, which is no longer forbidden, come to think of it. Romance, general romance, really opens a few doors there. But the code changes that they've made, the impossible to fulfill one about deposing a leader, alongside this much more interesting one, are actually really minor when it comes to shaking up Warrior Cat society, and all the rules previously established about succession, ranks, and the general way their society works are still in place in the exact same way as before. Sure, a leader can be removed now, but take a peek at that rule for a second. 3/4 of all the cats must agree. All the medicine cats must agree. And this needs to be presented to the leaders of the other 4 clans for them all to agree. There's no way any bad leader in Warrior Cats is about to get past even that first requirement. Even if that was all true about Ashfur in the last arc, which I'm honestly not convinced it was, the cats in ThunderClan were pretty eager to support him for some reason, everyone would be stopped by Hairstar or Misty Star making the wrong call at the very, very end. Additionally, 3/4? How much math are these cats capable of anyways? How would this happen? Would they vote on it? Who organizes the vote? It can't be the deputy, that's a rule. And how in the world would this process be started under a leader that's evil and controlling to begin with? It's a little, I'm not sure if this is possible. So as much as I'd love some drastic changes, you can basically be sure that the only currently tangible thing they've changed about the warrior code is that cats can switch clans now, provided they do some silly task of some sort. But the whole deputy to leader process, that's still exactly the same as it ever was.